Boah, you are a speck of dust in an uncaring universe. And that's okay. Confronting cosmic indifference. At some point, everyone who looks up at the stars or contemplates the same unsettling realization strikes the vastness of existence. We are tiny. Earth itself is a pale blue dot suspended in a vast cold universe that operates without concern for our hopes, dreams, or struggles. The sheer scale of space and time renders individual human lives seemingly meaningless. To some, this thought is terrifying. It evokes dread, nihilism, even despair. But what if the universe's indifference could actually be freeing? What if recognizing our insignificance isn't a death sentence to meaning, but rather an invitation to define it for ourselves? 1. A universe that doesn't know you exist. Let's start with the uncomfortable truth. The universe doesn't care about you. It doesn't care about your pain, your ambitions, your moral struggles, or your plans. Stars explode, galaxies collide, black holes consume, and none of it happens with any regard for human life. Earth has been around for 4.5 billion years. Humans, as a species, have existed for only about 300,000 years, a mere blink. Civilizations rise and fall, languages are born and die, individuals live, love, suffer, and are forgotten, all while the universe carries on, unaffected. This isn't just poetic language, it's a scientific and philosophical reality. The observable universe is estimated to be 93 billion light-years in diameter, containing around 2 trillion galaxies. Each of those galaxies may contain billions or even trillions of stars. In that scale, you are less than a speck of dust. You are atomic dust on a dust mote floating through an endless void. And yet here you are reading this. 2. The fear behind insignificance. Why is this truth so disturbing? Because it threatens many of the beliefs we cling to for comfort. That our lives have inherent meaning. There is a grand plan for each of us. That suffering has cosmic significance. That we matter in some ultimate objective sense. The loss of these assumptions can be disorienting. It's what philosophers call existential dread, the anxiety that comes from confronting a universe that does not operate according to our emotional or moral frameworks. Thinkers such as Nietzsche, Camus, and Sartre explored these themes in depth. Camus famously called this the absurd condition, the conflict between our desire for meaning and the universe's silence. But here's the turning point. Camus didn't see this as a reason for despair. He saw it as a challenge to be embraced. 3. The power of perspective. The knowledge that the universe is indifferent can become a kind of liberation. Think about it. If there's no preordained meaning, then you are free to create your own. If you are insignificant, then your failures, anxieties, and embarrassments also don't matter in the grand scheme. If the universe is neutral, then you are not constrained by any cosmic expectation. You get to choose how to live. You are not small and meaningless in a way that should crush you. You're small and free, and that's a profound realization. You are not the center of the universe, and that's okay. You are a brief, conscious flicker in an eternal darkness, and you get to decide what to do with your flicker. 4. Meaning without a cosmic plan. Let's address the common rebuttal. If nothing matters, why do anything? This is a misunderstanding of the idea. The fact that the universe doesn't assign meaning doesn't mean that meaning doesn't exist. It simply means that we create it through relationships, creativity, compassion, curiosity, and action. Love, for example, doesn't require the endorsement of a divine or cosmic entity to be real. It is meaningful because we feel it, share it, and are changed by it. Art doesn't need a celestial audience. Its power lies in how it resonates with other human beings. Struggle doesn't need to be part of a divine test to matter. Struggling well with courage and integrity is its own form of beauty. Albert Camus again put it best. The struggle itself toward the heights is enough to fill a man's heart. One must imagine Sisyphus happy. Sisyphus, the mythical figure doomed to push a boulder up a hill for eternity, becomes a symbol of absurdity. But in Camus's view, he also becomes a hero. Someone who, in the face of a meaningless task, still chooses to push. That is what we can do. We can choose to push. 5. Humility in the face of the infinite. Realizing our smallness can also foster humility, a trait the world could use more of. Humans tend to believe that we are the center of everything. that our concerns should dominate politics, culture, and even nature. But the universe reminds us that we are not the main characters of reality. We are part of a much bigger, older, and stranger story. This humility can be profoundly grounding. It helps us put our egos in check. It helps us appreciate beauty for its own sake. It allows us to approach mystery with awe rather than arrogance. Carl Sagan captured this beautifully in his reflection on the pale blue dot image taken by Voyager 1. Our planet is a lonely speck in the great enveloping cosmic dark. In our obscurity, there is perhaps no better demonstration of the folly of human conceits than this distant image of our tiny world. Yet Sagan didn't end there. He urged us not to despair, but to use this knowledge to treat each other more kindly, more compassionately, because on that speck, everyone we love, everyone we've ever known, lives their only life. 6. Consciousness amid chaos. Another angle to consider is this. Even though we are small, we are conscious. We are the universe becoming aware of itself, if only briefly. That alone is extraordinary. Out of the swirling dust and energy of the cosmos emerged someone, capable of wondering, loving, imagining, suffering, laughing. This is not insignificant. It may not be permanent, and it may not have objective cosmic meaning, but it's real. It's happening, right now. You may be a speck of dust, but you're a thinking speck, a feeling speck, a dreaming speck, and that's no small thing. 7. Gratitude for the temporary. Everything is temporary. Your life, your memories, the stars above. But that makes them more precious, not less. Imagine a flower that blooms for only one day. Its brief life doesn't make it less beautiful. In fact, it makes us appreciate it more. The same is true for your moments, your conversations, your joys and sorrows. The fleeting nature of existence is what gives it texture and flavor. If we lived forever, we might take everything for granted. But because we do not, every moment has the potential to be sacred. The universe doesn't care, but you do, and that's enough. 8. Living well without cosmic permission. So how do we live with this knowledge? We live deliberately. We create meaning where there is none pre-written. We become artists, not just observers, not because it will echo forever in the cosmos, but because it echoes now, in us and in those around us. We choose values, kindness, integrity, courage, curiosity, not because the stars mandate them, but because we see their worth here, in this short life we share. You do not need permission from the universe to live meaningfully. You only need to choose to care. The freedom of insignificance. Yes, you are a speck of dust in an uncaring universe, but you are also alive, aware, and free. Free to shape your own story in the face of chaos. Free to love others in a world that offers no guarantees. Free to find joy even in the darkness. Cosmic insignificance does not diminish human meaning. It challenges us to create it. And in that challenge, we find not despair, but dignity. So the next time you feel overwhelmed by the vastness of it all, remember this. You don't need the universe to care. You just need to care. And that's more than okay.